Okay. Hi guys.
Listen.
Hold on, I want to be. Never mind. Oh, I thought. See my foot. Packard, I'm gonna roast you, okay?
What if you yourself? Content creating,
Alright, first I'm gonna go first.
doodle fart spraying. Yeah! Almond milk is. I don't like almond. What the frick?
Hey, check the video I sent you.
Okay.
These are some phone numbers you should never call. Once again, this is for educational purposes only. So if you call any of these phone numbers, you're gonna have to deal with whatever happens next. This phone number that you see on the screen, someone who I know in real life, who watches the videos, shout out to her, texted me this phone number and said that it works. Basically, if you were to call it, someone will pick up and start to ask you weird questions that they're gonna be expecting an answer for. And if you don't answer, then they're gonna get very upset with you, allegedly. This next phone number, it only works in the United States. So if you're curious about it and you don't live in the US, sorry, but it's only for the people in the US. Basically, when you call it, someone will count to 7, 1 to 7. And then after the countdown, they'll immediately say your name and location and what you are doing in this current moment. Apparently. This next number, if you call it, someone's gonna pick up very angrily and just start to yell at you. So don't call my boy, just leave him alone. These are some phone...
Can you just call one?
No.
Could you just I can't call it. Oh, could I? No, it has to be on Just Talk Kids. Or I could download like a app where it lets me which text now, which not text now, and then call those phone numbers. I would tell you my reaction.
Just play Roblox with me.
Yeah. That's so boring.
I just shook the whole bed. I'm so big back. I'm so big back. Oh my god, that's my sister. This is my sister. I was mad at her. So she bought it. Aww. Give me Oreo. They're all so cute. Bears too. Princess is so cute. Right up. That is the most uniquest dog I've ever seen.
They need to make a value site that's actually real, because someone was telling me this is the viral Dubai chocolate peanut butter from Nerdy Nuts, and yes, it's all blended together because I accidentally let it sit in front of my window. I'm so stupid, but it still tastes just as good, guys. Look at that. Why does it taste better?
This messing cat jumped at me. You're such a menace to society.
Go look at what it actually looks like in the picture. But oh my god. This is my...
Here he comes. He's at it again. Ow. 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 Dots! You got anything to say? I love you too, Dots.
You better show some respect. I'm trying this cheap-ass candy I got from the dollar store to see if it holds up to my expensive taste. Watermelon slices. It's made with real fruit juice and only costs $1. Gerard, can you open these for me? They do have a faintly candy watermelon aroma. I do say they're very good. They have a very nice candy watermelon flavor. I think I'll serve these at the album release party I'm hosting for Lady Gaga. Strawberry-filled bonbons for $1. They look delightful. Each one is individually wrapped. I like that. While they did have a somewhat delightful strawberry flavor, I did not detect a strawberry filling once I bit into the candy. I feel cheated. Therefore, these do not pass the test. I'm trying this cheap-ass...
Clear.
I got a brother, he's so pretty, I love my brother. I got a brother.
Guys, I just posted the Taco Bell review that made me famous. I know all you guys wanted to see it. Guys, I just posted it on my channel on YouTube. Everybody go watch it. This is crazy. I cannot believe I did this, guys. Guys, make sure you guys like it.
Right, please do adios. Take a look in that mirror. Now tell me who's the fairest. Is it you? Is it you? Is it me? Is it me? Say it's us, and I'll agree. Jump in the Cadillac, girl, let's put some miles on it. Anything you want, just to put a smile on it. You deserve it, baby, you deserve it all. And I'm gonna give it to you. Gold jewelry shining so
I'd be dying in the frame pit also.
Cause you don't fucking care. Tears fall. period? How old are you? How long have you had your period? You are not 7 years old. Admit it.
I have a period, and I've been hiding it.
Okay. For how long?
I know. Mommy said it. Ask her.
I'm sorry. I'm a little lost, sweetheart. Are you hiding your period? Or does Mommy just think so?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, for crying out loud, she knows exactly what's going on. She's been hiding her period and putting socks in her underwear. I found a pile of bloody socks yesterday, and I confronted her about it. And to punish me, she made me crash the car. But apparently, that wasn't enough, because today she tried to sabotage my interview by leaving a bloody tampon on the set, which almost ruined the entire day, which is exactly what she wanted. Children don't know how to manipulate like this, Michael. She's got you wrapped around her finger. And you don't see it, but I do. And she's punishing me for seeing it. How long have you had your period? You are not 7 years old. Admit it.
Priska, let's maybe give her some
You need to
space.
tell me the truth right now. How old are you? I'm not pretending she's a little girl anymore. Things need to change. Moving forward, if you wish to receive privileges, you will have to earn them with good behavior and consistent completion of chores. Every day, you'll be responsible for a new set of chores. Today is cleaning the kitchen. You may now be dismissed. I said, you may now be dismissed. Go get up against that wall.
What?
We also have a new system of punishment in place that escalates every time you disobey. This is level 1. I am asking you politely to stand with your nose against the wall and think about your choices.
I'm not scared of you, But Daddy is. He didn't tell you she lost his job, did he?
How old are you? How...
Money talk. Money talk. Dirty cash, I want you, and dirty cash, I need you all.
I think I got a special bag of these Trader Joe's Takis because I have never seen them so coated like that. Ooh. And that's every single one. I've never had them so flavorful like this. Like, honestly, normally I'm not the biggest fan, but I was like, let me try again. Have they always been like this? I'm so confused. These are just magical. I'm trying to find one of like the good ones, you know what I'm saying? That are like super fat. I've had a ton of those, but I've ate them all. Let's see. Okay, I can't find one off the bat, but like, love the little pieces. Do I have any more lucky ones? Or did I eat them all? Ooh. Found one of the thick ones. Can't get over the coating. They're so much lighter the last times I've had them.
Honey, we're gonna be late.
I know, I'm sorry. I had to fill up my water bottle.
There's no way you got another water bottle.
What? I think that's what he's doing. I don't know.
In the daytime, I'm Marinette. Just a normal girl with a normal life.
Honey, we're...
In the daytime, I'm Marinette. Just a normal girl with a normal life. But there's something about me that no one knows yet. 'Cause I have a secret. I live a life that's full of fun. If you're so sharp and on the run, when evil comes, I find a way to use my force and save the day. Life's got me spinning round. My feet are off the ground. And when the sun goes down, you're there to hang around. It's 85, jumping apart. The power is on when things don't go.
Yeah, you're dumb for calling that number.
Oh my gosh, but I heard heavily breathing. I'm gonna delete the app after I him. Duh.
Okay, bye.
I ain't that dumb.
Okay, bye.
It's hard to find the will, whatever never
I need to know. Should I call the next number?
I'm saying like bing, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam. The type of shit I'm on, you wouldn't understand.
Oh, for sure. Can I meet you, my brother?
What happens if you try to wash a 𝒑𝒂𝒓𝒕? Well, we're gonna find out. Watch till the end to see if they go back to being sticky after they dry. Let's jump right in because my tabas are gross. Also, if you're looking for some cheap tabas, I have tons of reviews on my page and they're all linked in my showcase under my bio. Okay, now that they're all washed, we've got them sitting out to dry on a drying rack. And girl, I had no patience, so I just started fanning it with a book under the ceiling fan. Look at this. She bounces right back, still super sticky day one and not dirty at all. So, what happens if you wash a 𒑑𝒂𝒓𝒕? Well, the answer is it gets real clean. I'll see you guys next time. What happens if you try...
Rule number 4. When you find a sister in someone who is not blood,
Can you motivate me to go to the gym?
think about the pose.
Oh, you're washing the dishes?
Nah, I'm washing my ass. The shower feels so nice right now.
Dang.
Like it's midnight. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. He sent me another one, I think. Chat.
What is the next number? Can you tell me?
If the party was over. Don't know if that's how you spell through, guys.
𝒑𝒂𝒓𝒕
my god, did you see the
Shipping it all.
𝒑𝒂𝒓𝒕. 𝒑𝒂𝒓𝒕.
Alright, we're gonna pack another bag.
Oh my god, did you see the new boy? What new boy? Over there, I think her name is Monica. Is she ugly? No. What a kitty. Let's go see if her mommy's got money. Oh my god, hey, your name is Monica, right? Oh my god, did you see the new boy? What new boy? Over there, I think her name is Monica. Oh my god, did you Oh my god, did you see the new girl? What new girl? Over there. I think her name's Jenny. Is she pretty? No. What a pity. Let's go see if her daddy's got money. Oh my god, hey, your name's Jenny, right? You could be a model if it weren't for your height.
I'd wanna hold you just for a while and die with a smile.
Oh my god, did you see the new girl? What new girl? Over there. I think her name's Jenny. Is she pretty? No. What a pity.
I'm going to be doing this trend all wrong. Oh my god, did you see the new boy? What new boy? Over there, I think her name is Monica. Is she ugly? What a pity. Let's go see if her daddy's got money. Okay, I'm gonna be doing this. Oh my god. Oh my. What the fuck? Over there. Oh my god, did you see the new girl? What new girl? Over there. I think her name's Jenny. Is she pretty? No, what a pity. Let's go see if her daddy's got money.
Oh my god, did you see the new girl?
What new girl?
Over there. I think her name's Jenny.
Is she pretty?
No. What a pity.
Let's go see if her daddy's got money.
Money, 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 money.
Say a little prayer for you. The moment I wake up, before I put on my makeup, I say a little prayer for you. While combing my hair now, and wonder what dress you wear now. I say a little prayer for you. Say a little prayer for you.
Kenny, do you have a charger? I left mine at home. What the?
Yeah. Here's an extra.
What is this and why is it so thick?
This is one of the fast chargers, bro. You don't know about it?
Kenny, this won't even fit the block.
Why? Oh. This is USB-C, right?
Yeah?
Look, USB-A.
Uh-huh.
Pop this open. Boom.
Oh my
USB-C.
god.
Yeah, isn't
What
that cool?
the heck?
It's cool, right? Now, do you have the new phone or the old phone?
16 Pro Max.
Okay, so that doesn't use lightning, right?
Mhm.
So look. Boom.
What, bro?
USB-C.
What?
Isn't that nice?
Wait, this must have been expensive, right?
Actually, no. These were only like $8, bro.
Wait, there must have been like a $10 shipping, right?
Actually, no. It's free shipping. Yeah, it's pretty rare. Yeah.
Wait, can you send me the link then?
Yeah, I'll send you the link, but if you want to get it, make sure you get it before I
Much like
Good, the skin looks.
This metal. That little groundhog better count his days because I cannot handle 6 more weeks of this. I am over this weather. But I did enjoy the winter.
Mother.
No!
No. Oh. I see how it is. Mother.
No!
No.
And the bills, that's a bad bitch phrase. Middle finger to my haters, all you bitch jealous. Fuck y'all. Been knew I was that bitch, I didn't need a man to tell me. The fuck? Crop top and the bills, that's a bad bitch phrase. Middle and the bills, that's a bad bitch phrase. Middle finger to my haters, all you bitch jealous. Fuck y'all. Been knew I was that bitch, I didn't need a man to tell me. The fuck? Crop tops,
Not just admin.
middle finger to my haters.
Hi guys, let's try the new Easter Dunkin' Donuts. I need to mix this.
That's enough.
Hi guys, let's try the new Easter.
That is enough for me today. Don't mind me, but I just simply die.
This is 100 layers of lipstick, and I'm gonna be taking it off. Let's start with a swipe of the makeup towel. Oh no, I'm definitely gonna be stained. Okay, now what do we do about this? Let's use some cleansing balm. This is bad. This is really bad. I have a photo shoot later. It's stained so bad. How do I get this off? I'm gonna try some cleanser. That didn't help. Guys, what do? I just tried to exfoliate the crap out of them. This is the best we're gonna do. If you have any other ideas, let me know. This is 100 layers of lip.
Every single day at 4. Sorry, but cake isn't allowed.
What? Huh?
But we don't have any cake.
So I'll go, I will go.
If you're so mature now, then I.
Barbie's been a princess way too long.
Barbie's got a cut. I'm gonna take that and put it with this.
I wanna be next to you.
You kind of smell.
What the?
Like a baka. You kind of smell.
What?
I hope you're happy. Got you on any beat. That she meets your mom. Bet you'll get it. Don't name it after me. Hey, Boogie. An alternate.
That bad way old titties. Them shits already bit it. No. That bad way old titties. Them shits already bit it. No. Bitch. What? That bad.
In between the chorus and the verse. So when you're gonna tell, we did that too. She thinks it's special, but it's all we use. That was the show. We talk about produce. In between the chorus and the verse. So when you're gonna tell, here he comes.
Я сижу и все мечтаю про себя и про я.
Growing up ugly
ugly is crazy because now whenever people flirt with me, I don't trust it. Because when I was a little kid, I got asked out by this girl, but her whole friend group was there when she did it. So I was like, oh, sick, a girl likes me? Heck yeah, I'll go out with you. But right after I said yes, she went, just kidding, and her whole friend group laughed. So from this point on, I had my guard up anytime a girl interacted with me. But then when I got to high school, I was kind of shy, but this one girl would always go out of her way to have conversations with me. And she would laugh at almost everything I said, even when it wasn't funny. So I was like, okay, what trick is this girl trying to pull on me? But then one day, this guy in our class was like, dude, why don't you ask her out? And I said, what are you talking about? Then he was like, well, she clearly likes you. So I was like, oh, I see what's going on here. You guys are pulling a prank on me. So I just stopped talking to her completely so I wouldn't get embarrassed. But then last week, I randomly saw her and she was like, yeah, I totally had a crush on you in high school. But it's too late now because she's engaged and I still have nothing. Growing up ugly is crazy because now whenever people flirt with me, I don't trust.
Let's begin. I was checking my analytics. And 99.4% of you guys aren't.
Chicken. Approved. Approved. I don't know. Approved. Approved. I don't know. Approved.
Slowly took off her wig, and she was completely bald. She then went on to tell me the most shocking thing ever. Your mom slowly took off her wig, and she...
This is the solar system. Well, hopefully, because inside each of these packages is a random planet, and in case you're unfamiliar, if you grab the provided needle and insert it into this deflated rubber, you can then blow on the other end to discover what planet you got. We've previously discovered Earth and Mars, so let's see if we can complete the set, starting with finding Uranus, which looks very similar to Earth, but Earth...
MSA.
MSA.
Breath is one of the most unattractive qualities, so I've partnered with 𝒅𝒂𝒕 to teach you how to use this properly.
Hi, I'm Ava from Ohio. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to MSA. School was always a breeze for me. I aced all my classes, math, English, science, you name it, all A's. But grades were never my main concern because I had a bigger dream to become an Olympic gymnast. My gymnastics coach Jenny saw potential in me. I was her star student, and she was confident I'd bring home a gold medal someday. Jenny was more than a coach to me. She was like a second mom. She'd invite me over for dinner after practices, and I found myself going over quite often. You see, my own mom wasn't a bad person, but we didn't always get along perfectly. She was often moody and quick to anger, which made my 3 older brothers keep their distance as much as possible. I knew she wasn't a bad person. She was just a bit challenging at times, and hanging out with Jenny just felt easier.
Okay, I'm gonna go make me something to drink. I know I might be like sounding a bit annoying because I paused the MSA video, and I'm sorry for all you MSA lovers. But I just needed to pause you. So yeah, this is my crummy cup. My kitchen. My best friends are here, so it's a mess. What did I just touch? I accidentally pressed water instead of ice. My bad. Goo-goo. Frosted Pebbles is everywhere. Don't know the fact I'm getting milk out. I did it, guys.
Mia, why are you drinking milk?
Bro!
That's like half the gallon.
Norman, you serious?
That is half the gallon.
No, that's not. This is a little old cup.
I'm not going to go snitch. I'm doing something.
God, bruh. Literally chugged that thing within 2 minutes. That's a little cup. How is a little cup like half the freaking milk? I chugged that milk within 2 minutes. That wasn't even...
You chugged it.
It's not that big of a deal. Aiden, stop.
It's such a big deal. It's such a big deal. Big deal from Fortnite. I'm in the big deal.
I'm finna lock myself in my room.
Okay, you can do that. I'm a big deal.
Please don't mind how my room is messy. My friends were here. They freaking made my room all messy, and now I'm probably gonna have to clean it all. Look at that. Look at that. I can still walk through it, but I'm cleaning this room like today.
Challenging at times, and hanging out with Jenny just felt easier. One night, after a really hard practice, Jenny saw I was feeling down, so she took me to her place, picked out some inspiring sports movies, and got my favorite snacks ready. Ava, when you're out there, you're not just doing gymnastics, you're showing everyone what it means to love what you do. That's why you're amazing. We laughed, cried a bit watching the movies, and talked about our dreams, but Jenny had one flaw. Her daughter, Becca, a year older than me, often behaved like she was 5 years younger than me. She was impulsive and wild. Becca would dress weirdly and act irrationally, and she never respected Jenny. During dinner one time, she showed up wearing the brightest neon colors and chewing gum. You know, Mom, I always thought I looked like you, but today, I looked in the mirror and I suddenly realized that I was pretty, like model pretty. So there's no way I look like you because, Mom, let's face it, you're ugly. Well, I'd love for my daughter to be prettier than me. Any real mom would love that. Real mom? Yeah, right. You're a hypocrite who's too busy kissing her trainee's butt for some extra money. No, she's nice to me because I'm good with her and treat her.
Men sweat more.
Okay.
And sweat can irritate your skin.
No, she's nice to me because I'm good with her and treat her well. So why don't you go home and be good with your own mom? This is not normal. You have your family. Spend time with them. Try it. That's enough. It's okay, Jenny. I'm leaving anyway. Are you joining us for breakfast? Then maybe Mom might make breakfast for a change. Otherwise, she's hurrying off every morning for your training sessions. And with that, she left for some late party. Jenny apologized to me, and I said it was fine. I kissed her cheek and left. But after that day, Jenny suddenly changed. She became distant and colder towards me. Then, unexpectedly, she said she couldn't be my coach anymore. With the Olympic trials just a month away, I couldn't understand why. Why, Coach? Why are you quitting on me now? You're amazing. Really, it's just... Is it because of Becca? I promise, I'll stop hanging out at your place. She wouldn't spill what was really going on. She just kept crying and saying she was sorry and then shut down her gym. Next thing I knew, she'd even moved from her current place. I was crushed. I stayed in my room for days, feeling really down. I thought I was done with gymnastics. Without Jenny, it seemed pointless. I swore I'd never practice again. My brothers did their best to make me feel better. They even tried reaching out to Jenny, but no luck there. Then one day, Mom came into my room and said something that really hit me hard. You're my favorite, and it hurts me to see you this sad. I know it's tough, but your talent and determination make me so proud to be your mom. Maybe you could try to start training again? What Mom said really affected me. Even though she had always let me do what I wanted, I never really knew she appreciated my talent so much. I decided to push away the hurt I felt at being let down by Jenny and focus on the love I had for my real mom. And her encouragement made it feel right to pick up gymnastics again. But little did I know, training for the Olympics on my own would be a lot harder than I'd imagined, especially when I found out that Olivia, the richest and most popular girl in school, was a gymnast too, and she was going to do anything to get me to give up. She'd turn up in the gym whenever I was practicing and kept ruining my focus with her dumb comments. Next, my equipment started disappearing from my locker. I knew it was Olivia trying to sabotage me, so I started hiding it in the school boiler room. Olivia had a boyfriend named Derek. He was a nice guy, not like Olivia at all. He wasn't rich or from her social circle, and I thought Olivia was only with him because he was attractive and seemed perfect. They often fought in public. Olivia would yell at him, calling him terrible names. When he finally said he wanted to break up, she'd start crying and begging for forgiveness, making a scene until he stayed. Even though she was richer and more powerful, she acted as if he was the boss in their relationship, which was odd because she was usually so tough and bossy. One day, while I was practicing my routine in the school gymnasium, Derek saw me do 2 full rotations in a pike position during basketball practice.
Whoa, Ava, that was amazing. How'd you learn to do that?
I told him I was naturally good at most sports, and we were having a good time talking when Olivia walked into the gym, and when she saw the two of us together, she got jealous. Nice shirt, Ava. Where did you get it from? The Lost and Found?
Whoa, babe, that wasn't very nice.
Are you joking, Derek? It looks awful.
I don't think it's awful at all. Why are you always like this?
As the two of them started fighting, I walked out of the gym to avoid their drama. Then, later that day, Derek caught up with me and said he and Olivia had broken up.
Ava, would you like to have dinner with me sometime?
Are you asking me out?
Yeah, is that okay?
Isn't it too soon? You just broke up with Olivia.
I've broken up with her 100 times before, Ava. Our relationship's been over for a long time, but if you don't feel comfortable with this, I understand.
I guess losing my coach and training alone had made me feel quite low lately, and Derek seems like a nice guy, so I said yes. That was a huge mistake. At first, Derek was great. He was fun and seemed to care a lot, and I appreciated his love and support. But after a few days, Derek started to act like I owed him everything. He got super clingy and always wanted me to hang out with him. I can't today. I have practice.
I don't get it. I left Olivia for you because I thought you were nicer, but you're just an arrogant snob.
Suddenly, I could see through him. He was just trying to mess with my head. Maybe even Olivia had put him up to it to throw me off my training. I see what you're up to, Derek, but why? Are you just playing games like you did with Olivia? Or are you caught up in Olivia's games?
Do you really see what I'm up to? Here's a clue. Coach Jenny.
What does Coach Jenny have to do with you?
Let me spell it out for you. Becca, Jenny's daughter.
What? Why would you be involved with that psycho?
Don't call her that, okay? I don't like that.
Oh, wow. So there is someone who sent you to ruin my life, but it's not Olivia. It's Becca?
Oh, Olivia's nobody. Her tough act is just a facade. She's the weakest person I've met. I had the best time with her. She'd buy me whatever food I wanted. Yes, she's crazy and would call me names whenever I drove her mad, but she'd regret it instantly like a scared toddler.
Okay, listen. I'm bored of this drama already. It's over, we're over. I go back to my training, and you go back to your girl. Olivia if you're hungry, or Becca if you're thirsty.
You might actually want to head home and see what's going on there.
What do you mean by that?
After what we did to Jenny, you think we'd stop? It's your turn, babe.
What do you mean? What did you do to Jenny?
Man, you're annoying. I'm out of here. Just go home.
With that, he stormed off. I felt a mix of confusion and worry. What had they done to Jenny? And what was happening at my house? Driven by fear, I rushed home. And upon arriving, I was shocked to see smoke billowing from the house. I ran to my neighbors, who immediately called 911. The police and firefighters arrived on the scene in minutes. Fortunately, nobody was home, so there were no injuries. And because I got there when I did, the house didn't suffer much damage. I shared Derek's comments with the police, but they got back to me later saying he denied having said anything of the sort, and they had no proof to take any action against him. Also, when they'd tracked Jenny's address down and gone to her place, her daughter had answered the door saying she was completely fine. Becca can't be trusted. Can you please give me the address so I can make sure?
That's private information, ma'am. We can't disclose it.
Magic mirror on the wall. I just want to be the fairest of them all.
That's private information, ma'am. We can't disclose it. You are not related to Miss Jenny in any way. And if her daughter says she is okay, we have no reason to believe otherwise.
After the fire incident, I felt upset and lost and unable to focus on anything. Finally, I decided to meet up with Olivia and told her everything, who was apparently also fed up with Derek for being a manipulative jerk. I know we're not friends, but sometimes you have to join forces with an enemy to take down a common one. Do you have any clue what Derek meant? He once introduced me to his cousin named Becca, which was obviously a lie. He talked about her having a rough time with her mom and said he was helping her. I actually have Becca's number. Can you reach out to her? Get her to meet me, please? I have to find out if Jenny is okay. I might do that. Or maybe even more. My dad can hire someone to track down Jenny for you. And in exchange, you want me to back out of the competition so you have a better shot at winning, huh? Exactly. Deal. But for now, can you arrange a meeting with her? Just tell her you want to meet her. Don't mention me, of course. The night before the big meetup with Becca, I couldn't shake off the unease. I was about to trade my dreams for some peace of mind. All the sweat and tears I'd shed in the gym would go to waste. But I also needed to know if Jenny was okay. So I ended up pouring my heart out to my mom. I didn't expect much, honestly. But Mom, in her own surprising way, gave me the clarity I desperately needed. Ava, sometimes the hardest choices reveal our true priorities. It's not just about winning or losing. It's about what you're willing to fight for. Remember, your value isn't measured by a medal, but by the courage to follow your heart, even when it leads down a difficult path. Her words resonated with me. I was going to meet Becca tomorrow. When I arrived at the cafe, Olivia was waiting for me at the entrance. Her look had a hint of sympathy. Becca isn't alone. Jenny is here too, and I think there's something wrong here. It's like Becca treats Jenny as a slave. She brought her to this meeting to hold her bags and stuff. I was stunned for a few moments. The thought of seeing Jenny made me emotional. Olivia stayed with me for a couple of minutes outside until I calmed down. Then I went inside. Ava, you can't be here. Tears welled up in my eyes. Why? What's going on? Ugh, here come the tears. Let's hold hands and cry. What are you even doing here, Ava? Ava, you know I care about you. But Becca, she's... What, Mom? Say it, Jenny. This is your chance. Becca, you've been unstable. She threatened me, Ava. It was getting out of hand. One day, she tried to do what she and Derek did to your house while locking me in the bathroom. She said she'd let me out, only if I promised to close my gym and stop training you. I'd do anything to ruin you and Ava. Derek and I have more plans. Derek is the only one who loves me and worships me. I always loved you, but I couldn't make you happy. Oh, shut up. Suddenly, Becca lunged at her mom. Right then, police officers surrounded us and restrained Becca.
Becca, you're going to need to come with us. We've heard enough, and it sounds serious. So you and Derek might be facing juvenile detention.
Olivia and I had called the police beforehand in case Becca made any confessions, and they heard everything. Thanks, Olivia. Giving up the competition felt worth it. Actually, I think you should compete. May the best girl win. Why help me now, Olivia? I realized winning only means something if I compete with the best, and that's you, Ava. I guess this is me trying to do the right thing for once. So this is about respect? Yeah, respect. And maybe a bit of trying to be better myself. I'm sorry for everything, Ava. She winked and walked away. Overwhelmed with gratitude, I hugged Jenny again, although I could feel how hurt she was over Becca. Looks like we're back to the hard training, just like old times. And Becca, she'll always be my daughter. I'll do my best to help her, even if she pushes me away. 2 weeks later, standing on the stage, I won first place. Surrounded by my proud mom, Jenny's joy, my brother's support, and even Olivia's half smile, I felt on top of the world. True victory comes from within, beyond any medal.
I was trying not to cough during that. I hope I did a good job on not coughing.
I'm looking at the future, not just for us in retirement, but for my son.
Seeing the growth of our crypto portfolio. Hi, I'm Camilla from Brazil. Before I tell you my story, please like and subscribe. My parents were super, super rich. Just kidding. We were living in the poorest neighborhood in town. Mom stayed at home, and Dad mowed lawns, and we had little to no money. Maybe I should have subscribed to this channel and tried to win $10,000. Hey, you should try that. Subscribe to MSA today, and you could be the lucky winner of $10,000 in just 7 days. Fingers crossed. But anyways, being poor didn't stop my parents from spoiling my younger brother Pedro rotten. You see, Pedro was a genius. By the time he was 8 months old, he could say his alphabet and count to 100. By the time he was 2, he was doing mathematical equations and solving puzzles. Our baby is a genius.
He's going to make us so proud.
And what am I? Chopped liver? On my 5th birthday, instead of the princess house with the car and pool I wanted, Mom stitched me a doll from old clothes. We just don't have the money, sweetie. But Pedro received a brand new remote control car. Sweetie, we had to get Pedro something as well. That wasn't even the worst of it. Pedro was allowed to go to school, and I wasn't. My parents said it was because Pedro had a special gift, so they used all the money they had to send him to a private school for gifted children, and they couldn't even afford books for me to go to a public school. Life was so unfair. I felt so invisible. The only time my parents saw me was when they wanted me to do some chore around the house. Over time, I just got used to it. And since I couldn't read books to myself, or I didn't have a phone to watch videos, I started to sew to pass my time.
Camellia, what did you do to my curtains?
I fell in love with creating new things from old stuff, and I wanted to become a fashion designer. Because of how differently my parents treated Pedro and me, we never grew up close, and he always saw me as his slave, even though I was older than he was.
Clip my toenails, clean my shoes.
When I was 11, I begged my parents to send me to a sewing school. Mom, Dad, I deserve to be able to follow my dreams too.
They don't have the money to send you to some stupid sewing school when they're going to send me to the most prestigious college in the country.
I'm sorry, Camilla, but we have to support the child who has greater potential and will make the family proud.
With that, Mom and Dad just walked away as Pedro stood there with a stupid smirk on his face. Oh, I wanted to smack him hard. It was then that I decided I'd do whatever it took to get myself into a sewing school. I tried to get a job, but nobody wanted to hire an 11-year-old, not even as a clown for a birthday party. When I was 13, things looked as though they were turning around, and I finally landed a babysitting job. But when my parents found out that I'd been neglecting household chores because of it, they were furious. I was grounded for 2 months, and Dad tore up all my designs that I had stuck on my bedroom walls over the years. I was devastated, but a tiny part of me refused to give up. I had to be smart. This time, when I drew, I hid my drawings under the floorboards of my bed, and when Mom sent me to the supermarket, I'd pass by the wishing fountain and take all the coins. Don't give me that judgmental look. But after 3 years of saving those coins, it still wasn't enough. Luckily for me, my life took an amazing turn when I turned 16, and that set things in motion for me. One day, while drawing in my room, I was so focused that I didn't see this girl peeking in at me through the window. Wow, that looks amazing! Ah! I toppled out of my chair and fell to the ground. The girl then did a backflip through my bedroom window and came in. Did the circus come to town? What do you want? Did my parents send you to spy on me? No, silly. I'm the new neighbor, and I didn't even let her finish. I just picked her up, threw her out of the window, and closed the curtains. As much as I wanted a friend, I didn't want anyone to know that I couldn't read or write. What would she think of me? But that didn't stop the crazy backflip girl. Over the next few days, she did everything she could to get my attention, even juggling 3 cats while she balanced a mug of water on her head. What a weirdo. One day, I decided to take a shortcut home because I had seen a lady with the most amazing outfit, and I wanted to get home and sketch it. Just then, I heard a man yell behind me.
Watch out!
As I turned, I saw a huge crane ball coming my way. I froze in place, but luckily for me, someone pushed me to the ground just in time. Girl, are you crazy? This is a danger zone. Can't you read? Oh God, I was sweating like a bald man in spring. Can you read? I sighed heavily and shook my head. That's okay. I can't draw amazing fashion designs like you can. Let's go and grab some ice cream. My treat. While eating the ice cream, crazy backflip girl, Sophia, told me that she had moved next door with her parents and older brother Harrison. Also, that Harrison was a rotten egg and always got himself into trouble. She also told me that her father lost his job after his boss accused him of stealing money from his office and then blacklisted him so no one else would hire him, while her mother worked as a maid for some rich lady. I told her that my parents hated me and wouldn't even let me go to school while they treated Pedro like he was a prince. What do they think this is? The 16th century? No girl left behind. Woman power. Over the next few months, Sophia taught me how to read and write. She was a great teacher, and I was a quick learner. Sophia's mother even supplied me with her old drapes to practice my designs on. As much as I loved my bestie, there was a downside of being neighbors with Sophia. Harrison and Pedro became best friends, and they'd go out of their way to make mine and Sophia's life a living nightmare. So we stayed out of their way as much as possible. But then one evening, when I was coming home after getting groceries, I saw 2 guys push some guy to the ground and grab his keys. Hey, stop it! The guys looked around, and I was shook. Pedro? Harrison?
Let's get out of here!
They hopped into the car and sped off. Was Pedro crazy? That night, I cornered Pedro in his room. What the heck was that stunt you pulled today?
What I do is none of your business.
You're my younger brother. Of course it's my business.
If you tell Mom and Dad anything, I'll tell them that Sophia has been tutoring you.
I couldn't afford to lose Sophia's friendship. So, I kept my mouth shut and kept a close eye on Pedro. I found out that he'd been failing his subjects in school, and he was missing classes to hang out with Harrison and his goons. I was so frustrated that I thought my head was going to explode. Maybe you should start a podcast to ease some of your frustration. Talk to strangers about my story? That'll be weird. Sometimes strangers make the best listeners. That night, Sophia helped me set up an anonymous podcast using her phone. I went by the name Raven, and it felt so good to get so many things off my chest. But what felt even better was reading the comments encouraging me to follow my dreams despite my parents' unfair treatment. They even encouraged me to open an online store and set up a GoFundMe to get started. And soon, my clothes were being sold faster than I could make them. Yeah, I set up a secret workshop in Sophia's basement where I worked at night. Over the next 2 years, it was a roller coaster. First, Harrison was arrested for pickpocketing, and his father shipped him off to the Navy. When he left, Pedro got 100 times worse, and he was even kicked out of school. And he continued to hang out with the wrong crowd, and my parents always made excuses for him. But my life was super awesome. I saved up enough money to get into the most prestigious fashion school in the country. The only thing left to do was to send in my application, which required me to create any design of my choice. You've got this, bestie. I'm rooting for you. Over the next 2 months, I worked endlessly to create the most beautiful ball gown known to man. I needed to get into this school. I had something to prove to myself. A few nights before the submission of my dress, while at Sophia's, I saw Pedro enter her parents' bedroom. I snuck up to the door and peeked through the crack. I watched in shock as Pedro was stuffing his pockets with jewelry. Pedro, what on earth are you doing? Pedro gave me one look and jumped through the window like a frog. Sophia and her parents had been too good to me to let Pedro get away with this. I ran home, but when I opened the door, the confrontation did an Uno reverse on me. Dad glared at me as he was holding a necklace in his hand.
Camellia, why was this in your dresser?
As if on cue, Pedro walked into the room to examine the necklace.
Wait, isn't that Sophia's mother's?
You should know, since you stole it.
Pedro told us that he saw you take this.
I didn't steal anything. It was Pedro. I just don't understand where we went wrong with you. Me? Pedro's the one who got kicked out of school. Genius my butt.
We also found cash hidden under the floorboards. Where did you steal that from?
I froze. How did they? My eyes met Pedro's, and an evil glint flashed over his eyes. That's my money. I earned it.
Stop lying, Camellia.
I think it's time to teach little Miss Fashionista a lesson that she will never forget. Pedro, bring the dress. Dress? What dress? The words stuck in my throat when I saw Pedro return with my submission dress. I watched in horror as Mom lit the fireplace and took the dress from Pedro. Mom, please, don't. You will learn your place in this family, Camellia. My mother threw my dress in the fireplace, and it lit up quicker than a barbecue on Independence Day. I tried to get it out, but Dad and Pedro held me back as I kicked and screamed. After a while, my dress was nothing but ashes. As an avalanche of tears ran down my face, I knew that my time in this family was up. I wanted to attack my parents and Pedro, but I decided to pack my bags and I went to Sophia's. That night, after bawling my eyes out, I did a live podcast and revealed to my listeners what I had just endured under the hands of my parents. This time, I used their real names. Yep, I was done being the nice guy. By the next morning, my parents were chased out of the neighborhood, and the rich lady Sophia's mom worked for pulled some strings, and she got me another submission date. Bestie, this dress is even better than the last one. I have to admit, I really did outdo myself. About 2 weeks later, I received a letter in the mail. Beads of sweat ran down my forehead. With trembling fingers, I opened the letter and my jaw dropped. What does it say? I got accepted into the fashion school! Yes! I felt as though I were on cloud 9. Over the next 4 years, while I was away at school, Sophia went to a community college. I worked hard and came out at the top of my class. I earned a junior position in a fashion company. I even convinced Sophia's dad to apply as a manager there, and he got the job. It wasn't long after they were able to move into a nice place. I was finally living my dream. One night, after one of the company's shows, I spotted my parents in the hallway waiting for me. What are you guys doing here? I see you're a fashion designer. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Words I always wanted to hear my parents say, but I knew they weren't sincere. Why are you here? Dad shifted uncomfortably.
Pedro's in trouble. He and some of his friends got caught breaking into a bank, and we need money to bail him out.
And after everything you and Mom did to me, you think that I would help you? Sweetheart, we're family, and that's what families do. They help each other out. But where was my family growing up? Where were you when I needed you?
Are you going to help or not?
Not. Had you done your job as parents and parented Pedro instead of letting him wrap you around his finger, he wouldn't be in a jail cell now. As I looked across the room, I saw Sophia and her parents waiting for me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to join my real family. I pushed past my parents and walked toward the people who helped me and never turned their backs on me. Family is not just about blood, but those who stood by you through thick and thin. Have I told you guys how amazing you are? Not recently, no. You guys are amazing. So are you, bestie. I love you, and I'm so proud of you. I love you too. Hi, I'm Cece, and this is my story. Before I begin, don't forget to like and subscribe. And hey, new MSA merch alert! Our latest bottles and notebooks are out now. Grab them via the link in the description and upgrade your gear. I was born in Paris, the city of love. Love was everywhere. In the heart-shaped cakes in the bakeries, in the balloons all the street merchants sold under the Eiffel Tower, and in the random rounds of applause whenever someone proposed publicly, which happened like 100 times a day. Yeah, love was everywhere, except our house. My earliest memories are of my parents fighting over the tiniest things, and of Lola, my sister who was 7 years older, distracting me. I got you new furniture for your dollhouse. Let's rearrange it in my room. Why are Mom and Dad yelling? Are they gonna be okay? Of course they'll be okay. Parents fight. This is normal. Don't worry. It didn't feel normal. It felt like my whole world was going to crumble down, and the only stable thing around me was Lola. When our parents eventually divorced, Mom moved to Italy to become an opera singer, and Dad soon realized his mistake and spiraled. He locked himself up in their room, and we rarely saw him. From that moment onwards, Lola became my unofficial parent. You cannot eat ice cream before dinner! You're not my real mom! Why did you fail math? I spent my whole week tutoring you! You're not my real mom! It's fair to say, I drove Lola crazy. She was forced to become my mother at a very young age. And I could be a brat. Also, I kinda ruined her plans for the future and her relationship with her very serious boyfriend, Jordan. Jordan and Lola had planned to go away to college together. Seeing that Lola had to work and take care of me since our dad was useless, Jordan left her and went off to college on his own.
I'm sorry, Lola. There isn't a place for both me and Cece in your life. This is it for us.
I felt guilty that Lola had lost both her boyfriend and her dreams, so I no longer wanted to give her a hard time. I started paying attention in class, helping her around the house, and even preparing her favorite meals and desserts. Ugh, there is no love like sisterly love, Cece. Never forget that. We only have each other in this life. One day, as I was working at my part-time cashier job in a coffee shop, I noticed a very rich-looking guy staring at me. I could feel his gaze without even lifting my head. Naturally, I decided to stare back until he got uncomfortable and broke eye contact. But he was a tough opponent. Give it up, creep. Didn't your mommy teach you it's rude to stare at people? But he still didn't flinch. He insisted on being in the line I was serving, even though the other one was empty.
One Americano, please.
Will that be all?
How about your number on the side?
I just stood there with a poker face until he finally gave up and said,
Yes, that will be all.
One Americano coming up. Name?
Ben.
That'll be €4, Ben. He gave me 100 and told me to keep the change with a wink. Nice try, jerk. If you think you can buy my number, you're sadly mistaken. Take your stupid money.
I'm just a generous tipper, girl. But I will get your number eventually. And by the way, your eyes are gorgeous.
And then he left. I wish I had shoved that change in his stupid face. Oh well, I could just use it to buy Lola something nice. This rich jerk kept coming back every day, and I'd always notice he had bodyguards waiting outside the shop for him. One day he came in when the place was empty.
I won't leave until you give me your number.
Then I hope you brought a change of clothes and a toothbrush.
You know, Cece, not to be a self-centered jerk, but I'm a great catch.
If you're so great, why are you so desperate to get my number?
Determined is a better term. I enjoy a hard challenge, and I just can't get you out of my head.
Then get a new head.
I would, but I have great hair.
You're not getting my number, weirdo.
We'll see.
For the next few weeks, he showed up with extravagant gifts, like a full mariachi band or roses that filled up the stores and customers couldn't get in. My boss finally snapped and told me to handle the situation or I was out. Of course, I couldn't get fired. I had to help Lola with the household expenses. So I caved and gave him my number. I'd just block him later. When I told my coworkers what happened, they all burst out laughing and started showing me his pictures on the internet. Turns out, he wasn't just a rich kid, but a famous actor as well. Apparently, he had bought the staff's silence because he didn't want me to go out with him simply for being famous. To my surprise, he wasn't that big of a jerk either. He was crazy romantic, like crazy romantic. One day, I mentioned that I was craving pizza, so he insisted on going to Napoli for lunch. I thought he managed to get last-minute tickets on a plane to Italy, but turns out we were going with his private jet.
You know, Cece, when I first met you and realized that you didn't know who I was, I felt truly alive. I had a rare opportunity to introduce myself however I liked to someone who didn't already have some opinions about me.
Well, for future reference, you didn't do a great job at it. He came off as a creep.
Yeah, you made that very clear. Don't worry.
He was sweet, charming, and attentive, and I found myself falling for him. I was hesitant to bring Ben home to see our poor house and meet my useless dad. Only when I made sure he actually loved me and accepted me no matter what, I invited him to dinner. But Lola wasn't too enthusiastic about him. You're spending too much time with him, Cece. Boys are trouble and a distraction. You should be focusing on your studies to get into a good college instead of dating flamboyant stars. I'm not a kid anymore. Don't worry about me. Also, I can do both. Then, Ben and I went public, and he started taking me to all his premieres and movie sets. Sometimes, I would miss school and travel with him wherever he went. Lola was furious about this. I did not break my back to keep you in school and give up on my dreams, so you can live in some stupid fairy tale with a boyfriend. Fairy tales aren't real. I'm grateful for the things that you've done, but you can't keep holding that over my head. You also chose to do this, and I tried to pitch in. You're welcome to stop caring for me now and go back to school. You're an ungrateful brat, Cece. You just met this boy. You're not his first love, nor the last. Don't get too used to this lifestyle, cause it won't be long before he drops you. Then we'll see what you'll do, kiddo. You almost sound like you resent me for getting a taste of the good life. Just let me be, Lola. But she didn't let me be. One day, I came home after a trip to Hollywood and found Lola waiting for me in the dark. Have a seat. OMG, you freak! You scared me!
Okay, that's weird. That is weird. Do not mind the room. Okay. Where did it go? Where am I gonna? Crap! It fell. Oh no 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 no! Oh no 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 no. Okay, this will do. Okay, I have a McDonald's wrapper. It's deep back to my earring. Don't mind the fact that I know it's weird. I know it might sound weird, but it's actually kind of working. That's it. Where is it? Bro, the backs are so tiny you can't even see them. Oh, my gum fell in my mouth. Ah.
OMG, you freak! You scared me! I think you should see this. What's this? Your Prince Charming isn't so innocent. I hired a private detective to follow him around. See for yourself. I couldn't believe Lola would go that far. Where did she even get the money to do this? In the folder she gave me, I found pictures of Ben in 𝒑𝒂𝒓𝒕 playing volleyball with many models and screenshots of him replying to other girls' stories on Instagram. That didn't really bother me until I saw a photo of him having dinner with one of his exes, and they were holding hands. I felt utterly disgusted and couldn't believe Lola was right. Ben had already left on another trip for 2 weeks, so I just blocked his number and blocked him on all the socials too. And I promised Lola that I'd never speak to him again. But I did find myself missing him. So, instead of caving and unblocking him, I decided to watch one of his movies. So, one evening, there I was, engrossed in his latest spy film and a family-sized pizza topped with pepperoni and my salty tears when I caught a glimpse of something outside my window. It was Ben, swinging from a rope off the roof like a low-budget action hero. I quickly opened the window before he fell down and smashed his most valuable asset, his money-making face. What are you doing?
Well, it was impossible to reach you by any normal means, and Lola wouldn't let me in, so I thought I could swing outside your window until you tell me what's wrong.
Do you think I'm stupid? Do you think I wouldn't know about your affairs?
What the?
You heard me. I know all about 𝒂𝒊𝒏𝒈 and your DMs with other girls and the dinner with your ex. I showed him the pictures, and to my surprise, he burst out laughing and tussled my hair.
You dummy, you. Well, first, these so-called models are my cousins. Gross. I can't help it if we're all a good-looking bunch. Secondly, these DMs are made by a very famous fake account. Everyone on Earth knows this person is acting like me. How did you even miss this?
Okay, fine, but what about the dinner? How are you going to justify that?
Well, now that's embarrassing. I got an anonymous call telling me that this big-time director wanted to meet me to discuss his upcoming superhero franchise, for which he wanted to cast me. I smelled something fishy because the call didn't come through my manager, but I was too afraid to miss the opportunity, so I went. There I found my ex, who had received the exact same call. It was obviously some kind of stupid setup, but there wasn't even any paparazzi around that we could see. And here I'm holding her hand because she's telling me her cat died. I didn't bring this meeting up because it wasn't anything important.
Do you honestly think I believe that?
Yes. Do you know why? I voice recorded all my calls and meetings, so here you go.
Oh man, he humbled me quickly and left me speechless. I hated being proved wrong.
But where did you get these pictures? Did you hire someone to stalk me?
Don't flatter yourself. They were thrown my way. Don't think for a minute that I'm obsessed with you.
𝒂𝒊𝒏𝒈, baby, it's too late. I've seen you eat that pizza with snot and tears crying over me.
I hit him with the cushion as he laughed, then he hugged me. The next morning, I told Lola everything, but she wasn't relieved or happy. And you believe him? You're so naive, 𝒂𝒊. Well, I know him more than you or your private detective. He's an honest guy who loves and spoils me. Can't you just be happy for me? You're my sister. Is that too much to expect? Lola looked at me and then sighed. You're right. I suppose I can give him a chance. I was only trying to protect you. He seems too good to be true. I know, but maybe I lucked out and he doesn't have any skeletons in his closet? Yeah, maybe. But just as I thought everything was on track, it all exploded in my face. One morning, as I was watching the news, I saw a picture of Ben's father shaking hands with some thug.
In the latest Hollywood drama, the famous businessman, also known as Ben's father, is allegedly smuggling illegal goods and accepting bribes. Does this mark the fall of his empire and possibly Ben's reputation and career too?
As I watched in horror, I suddenly noticed Lola standing behind the couch, a huge, evil smirk on her face, and the realization washed over me. Lola was somehow behind this. Lola! My scream shook the house, and I turned around to pounce on her. Even Dad, who hadn't come out of his room in ages, came out running as we rolled around on the floor. How dare you humiliate Ben and his family like that? What did you do? Just use some AI-generated images. Ow! Calm down, will you? I'm doing what's best for you. This is what's best for me? Ruining my relationship and someone's life? How could you do that? Ben was nothing but nice to you. I've been nothing but nice to you. What is your problem? And then Lola's face twisted with rage. My problem is you thinking you deserve to go off and live your fairy tale life with your stupid, perfect boyfriend when I gave up everything for you. So what? I should just live here and take care of our useless dad after giving up on my boyfriend and my dreams? And it was all for you. Finally, the truth comes out. You jealous, horrible dinosaur. I slapped her hard. You selfish, ungrateful pig. Our epic slap showdown kept going until our palms were sore and Dad finally intervened. I stormed off and shut myself up in my room. How could I tell Ben my sister ruined his family's reputation? I tried calling him to see how he was taking it.
Oh my god, guys, I'll pause you.